The ascent of China as a global economic power is one of the most remarkable and transformative phenomena of the 21st century. In just 4 decades, China has transitioned from being largely agrarian and closed off from the world to becoming the second largest economy on the planet and a key player in global economic affairs. That's why today, we invite you to take a new extraordinary walk where you will learn about the rise of China as a global economic power in 5 minutes. The process of economic transformation in China began with the reforms led by Deng Xiaoping in 1978. These reforms ended the centralized planning system and allowed the introduction of market economy elements into the Chinese economy. The term socialism with Chinese characteristics emerged to describe this new economic model. An emblematic example of the economic transformation process in China under Deng Xiaoping's reforms is the creation of special economic zones, such as Shenzhen. These zones were established in the 1980s as laboratories to experiment with market-oriented economic policies and attract foreign investments. In the case of Shenzhen, which was a small fishing village in the Guangdong province, it became a special economic zone in 1980. This initiative allowed foreign companies to establish factories and commercial operations in the area with tax benefits and flexible regulations. Additionally, Chinese companies were allowed to operate with more autonomy and adopt market practices. The result was a remarkable transformation of Shenzhen, evolving from a small town into one of the most prosperous and dynamic cities in China. This focus on economic liberalization and opening up to the international market embodied the spirit of socialism with Chinese characteristics, where elements of socialism were combined with market principles to stimulate economic development. Since the reforms of 1978, China has experienced sustained economic growth with annual growth rates often exceeding 6 to 7%. This rapid growth has allowed China to lift hundreds of millions of people out of poverty and significantly improve their standard of living. Thus, sustained economic growth in China is not only reflected in GDP growth statistics but also manifested in tangible changes in people's lives and the transformation of rural areas into modern and prosperous urban centers. China has become the world's workshop, serving as a major manufacturing and production center for a variety of products. Its involvement in international trade is massive, and companies like Apple, Samsung, and other technology giants have a significant part of their production chain in China. In addition to technology, China is a leader in the production of textiles, machinery, chemicals, toys, and other manufactured goods, contributing significantly to international trade. Its position as a manufacturing leader is attributed to competitive labor costs and a developed industrial infrastructure. These factors have turned China into a global economic powerhouse in a short period, transforming both its economy and the global economic landscape. China has heavily invested in infrastructure, developing modern road networks, railways, ports, and airports. This has improved logistics efficiency, reducing transportation costs and transit times in international trade, as well as stimulating foreign investment. A notable example is the Shanghai port, where in the 1990s, the Chinese government embarked on another ambitious expansion and modernization project. Billions of dollars were invested in the construction of new container terminals, docks, railways, and access roads. This development not only increased the port's capacity to handle a large volume of cargo but also improved logistical efficiency by reducing waiting times and transportation connections. Today, the port has become a key entry and exit point for manufactured goods in China exported worldwide. In addition to the Shanghai port, China has developed extensive high-speed road networks, high-speed railways, and modern airports throughout the country. China has also significantly increased its investment in research and development, leading to advancements in technology, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and telecommunications. Chinese companies such as Huawei, Alibaba, and Tencent are leaders in their respective fields. The Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB, is a multilateral financial institution established in 2016 with the purpose of financing infrastructure development projects in Asia and other regions. The idea to create the AIIB was proposed by the Chinese government in 2013 in response to the growing need for financing infrastructure projects in Asia. China sought a greater role in financing infrastructure in the region and the establishment of a financial institution that would complement existing ones, such as the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank, giving the Asian country greater weight in the international financial system. The Belt and Road Initiative, also known as One Belt, One Road, is another ambitious development and infrastructure project proposed by China in 2013, adding to the list. Its main goal is to revitalize the ancient land and maritime trade routes that connected China with Europe, Central Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. The BRI is transforming economic and geopolitical relations globally. Despite the challenges that the Asian country faces, such as debt, inequality, and trade tensions with other countries, especially the United States, interesting but extensive topics, China continues to be a major global economic power, maintaining its prominent position in the world economy. Would you like us to make a video exploring these challenges? With this, we have reached the end of our extraordinary walk today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until the next extraordinary walk.